This video did not go as planned. I apologize if it gets super long. This is my 8th time trying to record this without bawling. I also apologize for my appearance throughout the video. If you're a friend or family member who wants to know more in depth about this whole thing, I suggest you watch no matter how long. If you don't want to watch, don't. To be honest, I don't know why I'm making this. Let's continue. Hey guys, I look like death. I might sound like death later. I don't know yet. Today's going to be about my volleyball experience. And I'm going to start off with camp, and then we're going to go into tryouts, which was today. We're going to work our way through. I'm going to try to keep this as short as possible. This is my 8th try, I think, on trying to film this. The first time just got too many interruptions. The second and third time I ended up bawling. The 4th time, bawled again. 5th time, I just messed up. 6th time, got too long. It was about 20 minutes. The 7th time, it was 25. And then the 8th time, it was 40 minutes. And it's already 1 minute into this video, so let's actually get into it now. So camp happened the week after my church thing in June. So I think it was like the second to last week in June. And volleyball camp was a great experience. It was fun. I feel like if there's a place, you know, where you can go to a camp for a sport, I suggest everyone go and try it out, because it's an interesting thing, you know what I mean? It's an experience, like I said. And it can be really fun, and it can also not be fun, I guess. For me personally, it was a 50-50. Mine lasted 5 days. Started Monday, ended Friday, so a typical like school week, if you're gonna think of it like that. I think it started like in the noon too, so not like get up at the crack of dawn. So that was also really nice. You were there for a lot of hours, actually. You would eat lunch before you came, and by the time you got home, it was dinner, and you were like, whoa, cool. And it was, the coaches described it as back to the basics. And I don't know if you've ever been to a sports camp like this. You could tell me if, like, you know, you did it differently than what we did, but basically, if you've been on the school team, like, or one of the school teams, you would be level 4, level 3. Level 2 is maybe you tried out, you didn't get on. Maybe you, like, did volleyball when you were little, then you took a forever long break, and then you're trying to get back into it. So you know something, but you're not, like, you haven't been on our team. And then level 1, which was the one I was on, was you know nothing, or you just play in the backyard with your family, which is what I do. Then after you got in your category, they said, now if we do feel like you are better, possibly worse than the level we put you on, then we will either move you down or up accordingly. But since I was at the lowest level, the only place you could go was up. No, I did not move up. I just suck, so no. But there were 2 people who moved up. I know one for sure moved up, but I don't know if the other one quit after the first day or she moved up and we just never saw her again. I honestly don't know what happened to her. It was the first 3 days, I would say, were super chill, kind of fun, kind of like it was a good time. I do remember just being like nervous, and I wasn't that good, and everyone else there was better than me, and it's just a interesting time. I did get 2 scars out of volleyball camp. There's one right there, and then there's one right there. You can't really see it, but that's from skidding. I don't know really like the proper term, but it's like when you like slide. It's kind of like rug burn, but on a gym floor, and so it's just like the floor, like you're just sliding. I call it skidding. Like, I skid my arm, I skid my knee. Like, it's like a scuff. I scuffed up my arm, I scuffed up my knee. That's what it is. But I called it skidding just because, like, I literally slid on the floor because how I got these was pancaking. Don't know what it is. Google it. I can't explain anything well in life, so just Google it. Now, there was this one girl, and I am a very judgy person. If you know me in real life, you probably know that. I try to keep everything kind of to myself if I can. Just because I am so judgy, it's easier to just keep it inside than say something out loud that I regret later in life. If I do happen to say something out loud and it doesn't look good for me, I will distract it with a compliment, laughter, sarcasm, or all of the above. Anyway, there was this one girl, and I don't remember her name, which is a good thing, because I don't want to remember her name. But, I think we were playing a game. I think it was called Queen of the Courts. Or Queen of the Court. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure. Anyway, but we played some game, and we like rotated, so there's 3 people per like team, you know? And after the first one, we only did 2 rounds of the game. During the second one, our coach had us switch around so you weren't with the same people. And I happened to be on her team. Joy was all over my face, let me tell you. At the time, I had a cold, like I do now. Uncanny. But I had a cold, and I basically I wasn't sure if I, was going to be like, yes, let's go, or if I was going to be like, so I just kind of was like, yay, cool. I want to go home now. That was literally what it was like. But I told every team that I was on for the entire course of 5 days, don't let me serve, and if you pass to me, it's either going to be a yes, I can do it, or I complete, shoot me in the face, you don't want to be on my team type of thing. And they were like, oh, okay, cool. What the heck is wrong with her? And I have a confidence problem. I think I talked about that in like a couple videos ago. I think it was titled like my struggle and something else. I think I mentioned my confidence problem in that video. I don't really remember. But I would even go as far as saying that it's crippling. It's literally crippling. And it sucks knowing that you have a confidence problem because it affects your everyday life. Like, you could wake up one day feeling amazing only to realize you have no confidence, and then your entire mood for that day changes completely. You could go from having a great time with your friends, chilling, like, at the pool, to trying to swim, but you can't swim. And then you start sinking, and then you're like, well, I have no confidence to get back up there, so I'm just going to sit here and sink to the bottom and die. It's kind of what it feels like. But, anyway, during the game, I had a cough. And so, you and your team of 3, we were on here, and I was this one. So if you're facing my direction, like, if you're physically going to turn your phone to face the way I am, and you do this, and you shake your pointer finger, that's the side of the court that I was on, that's me, you the people. And I was going to just, when we went under the net, because for some reason we actually made it over to the other half, and I was just going to flip over so I was on the same spot, just like mirroring my last position, which would be position 2. So I went from position 2, and then I was going to reflect over to position 4, basically, is what I was doing. I was going from 2 to 4. And I was like, cool, whatever, I'm going. But then I had a cough, so I stopped. And luckily, the person who was serving for us for the next, like, little round session thing was really nice and, like, waited for me to get to my spot, which I appreciate that. My dog's in here, sorry. But, it was just like oh, okay, thank you, and but the other two people I was playing with took my spot and the spot next to it, which was be in the middle, and I was like, crap, now I have to run all the way over to the other half, and the mean girl decided to pick the middle spot, and so I'm walking across, and she's like, hurry up and get your spot. You're costing us game time, and I was like, chill, jeez. But, I never said anything out loud, which I feel like is my biggest mistake. I have been on both sides of the bullying world. I have been the bullied and the bullied. It's a long story, but it's true. And to be honest, I feel like I should have said something, but that's a story for a different time, if even possible. But she said that, and then after the game, we practiced overhand serves. I cannot do that. And during overhand serve practice, she mumbled under her breath something along the lines of, because she almost got hit in the face with a volleyball from an overhand serve from the other half of the court, and she basically just said something like, these losers, I'm better than them, how come they haven't moved me up, it's the 4th day, and I feel like they're not seeing my potential, and I'm just better than these losers. And I was just like, I am done with this. I was so done. That's basically it. The 5th day was fun, just partying. Now, volleyball tryouts. This is the part where I may have to stop recording and come back on because of crying. I'm not sure. But today was volleyball tryouts. And I have a cold again, woo, and 2 ear infections currently. They're a lot better now, but yeah. So I was planning on going to tryouts, doing just fine, doing it great. But I woke up, last night, the night before, and today in the morning, I felt like I was gonna throw up, and I just felt really, really sick. And I didn't know why, and so I just ate food, took my ear infection medication, and sat, because I had a couple hours to just sit and watch TV and, feel better and stuff. And it got a little better. My mom left to go deal with stuff with our new car, and then I literally got better. I feel better. As of right now, at 3:40, I feel great. Speaking of which, it's 10 minutes before I figure out if my friend made first cut. Oh, whoa, okay, keeping it in. And make this quick, 2 minutes long, okay. Basically, part of me didn't want to go to tryouts, period, because I know that I suck. And maybe that's just part of my confidence problem, saying that I suck, or maybe it's actually true that I suck. I guess I'll never know. But I don't think they want a confidence-less person on their team, so I probably wouldn't even made it just because I don't have any. And then the other part was because I didn't feel too good. And the reason I even went to volleyball camp was because of tryouts. I was going to try out for the team. Because my dream job is a veterinarian, which is 4 years of intense college. And I need something to give me scholarship credit type of stuff, if that's even possible for me. And I do have 2 other things that I'm doing that could give me scholarships, but it's unlikely, but it's possible. Those things are ballroom and choir, but anyway. I didn't go. And I guess I just feel like a coward and a letdown, because volleyball camp was a lot of money, I'm not gonna lie. Because wow. And my mom said, I'm only doing this because you're trying out, And then today, to not try out, I don't know how she feels. I don't know if she feels like maybe I staged the whole thing not to go, or maybe I feel really bad, but I'm gonna get better type of thing. I don't know. Tryouts started today at 2 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. If you don't live where I live, then that's when it started. And first cuts are by 4. And if you make it to first cuts, then you're there to 6. So you're there for a couple hours. And I was just kind of, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just feel sad that, because right now I feel great. I still have it hurts a little bit, but I feel great. And so I'm thinking to myself, I could have gone feeling like crap only to get better, you know? So, I don't know. And then I called my cousin, just because I was bawling afterward, and I was just like, you know, blah, 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 telling her what's happening. And then she's like, why don't you, like, email the coach and ask if you can, like, try again at a different time? And I was just like, no, I'm not going to do that. No. That would be, like, me fighting for a spot on, like, the ballroom team, or, like, fighting for a spot in choir, which I would probably do, but honestly, I already tried out for the ballroom team, didn't get on. And my friend, who did absolutely nothing, got on. Choir, I got in, and I don't know how that's gonna work out. So I just don't know anymore. I feel like a letdown. Like I said, that's the only thing I can describe, is I feel like a freaking letdown. But this video is long, and I'm gonna cry, so let's leave it at this. My volleyball experience was okay until now, where I feel like a pathetic loser. So, that's my volleyball experience for you guys. This video does go up on Friday. I want to let you know the next week's video has something to do with school stuff. School shopping and stuff. So, all of that. At the end of this month, I'm going to have a chit-chat video. Just where I talk and ramble forever. So that'll be fun. And how my first week went and everything. I have videos planned all the way till January. Those are just ideas, you know. I don't know if I'm actually going to do them or not, but yeah. Thank you for watching. To be honest, I don't care if you like or not. I don't care if you subscribe or not, because I'm not going to ask for sympathy things. So